Hey guys, welcome to my 7 art review video, and I'm going to be checking out 11 different pieces. Originally it was going to be 10, but I'll explain that once I reach the last piece in the video. So, what we have here is a picture of Coco from the Crash Bandicoot series. Also, this was illustrated by this artist who mentions that Coco looks like Trump's persona. Honestly, I don't see a connection between the two, but when you compare the hairstyles, I guess I can see why. Anyways, I can easily identify that the drawing of Coco is based from her design in the video game, but I do have an issue where the outlines are showcased here. I understand that the artist has done some other pieces of work that reveals the outline to be much cleaner than his previous drawings, but I'm going to do a demonstration about how to increase the quality of your outlines by using my Clip Studio Paint program. Basically, I'm using my G pen, which is right over here, and I'm going to show you the anti-aliasing section. You set your anti-alias section to its weakest point. You'll see that the lines are extremely pixelated with sharp edges. In order for you to increase the quality, just click on the strongest point. Also, I do want to mention that you're using 100%, and you can see how much smoother the lines are compared to the ones that were set to 100%, which is considered to be the weakest point. But I hope you find this mini lesson to be quite useful for you all. Now what we have here are two adorable animals rubbing their noses together. I find this scene to be quite pleasant, and I really like the fact that the artist has made their outlines to be clean, smooth, and very curved. Of course, I do see some areas that were not filled in, but I recommend taking a second look at your drawing before submitting it. Also, I almost forgot to mention that this piece was done by Spiral05. And looking at their description, they provided a link that should really fit the mood of this picture. I was curious enough to check it out, and it turns out that the video was a song that was done by Damien Albarn. And looking at the views, it turns out it has over 1 million hits. Honestly, it would be pretty cool if I was able to play like a small snippet of the music in this video, but I really don't want to risk getting a strike on my channel because, you know, copyright and stuff. Moving on, we have a digital piece of a male character with some strong masculine features who also appears to be playing volleyball. Also, I do want to point out that this illustration was done by this artist. Anyways, this picture itself looks nice, but there are some areas that I do wish to point out. One of them being is his shoulder. To me, it doesn't look like it's set up properly, but luckily enough, it's easy for you to make a quick change. Also, I highly suggest that the artist should illustrate this character in a different perspective, or a few more to be exact. In doing so, it makes the character look more dynamic, especially when he's about to hit the ball. The following piece I'll be checking out is a picture titled "Call the Police, I Don't Care." Honestly, I don't see any correlation between the title and the existing picture, but maybe it has to do with the fact that the character is about to commit a crime and, you know, since he's holding a weapon and all. But anyways, one of the things that I truly admire about this picture is how clean and neat the picture is. Also, the black outlines depicted here showcase a lot of great quality. But of course, I do find the character design to be very amazing, especially with this interesting pose. I actually checked out the artist's art gallery, and it really fascinates me how much detailed work he put into. Also, I'm more surprised that he's actually 15, and yet he was able to draw this amazing kind of stuff. When I was sorry about that. Well, when I was his age, basically I drew pictures in my notebook, and I never done any digital work until I was 19. So far, I have this fan piece that was done by this artist who has drew brick in a side view angle. I must admit that the artist has done a fantastic job in capturing and imitating the art style from the show, especially if you compare the reference sheet from Cartoon Network years ago. Also, I do want to point out that it looks way better than that one scene from the Powerpuff Girls reboot. I mean, my god, just look at it. Next is a picture of a original character that is depicted to be an animal. I actually like the fact that the artist used the same color patterns from the wolf's hair and implemented it with the circular design. My only complaint is that the character's tail looks a bit cropped off from the canvas, and I suggest that the artist should lift up his tail and move it to the left side of the picture. And of course, reducing the size of that tail is a good idea, but of course, that idea is optional. Moving on is a fan art picture of Jacksepticeye, and this was illustrated by this artist named Fernal Rain. and I have no clue how this person was able to pull that off with the text in the description, but I will admit it looks pretty cool. Anyways, the drawing right here looks very nice. I really like that there's a huge contrast between the two characters. Also, I really like the dark tone and shadowy sensation that the artist illustrated here, and the foggy mist from the background really adds a nice touch to it. So, next is a picture of several different characters that were designed by this person. And in the title of this piece, which is called Creeps, looking at the characters really do appear to be quite creepy indeed. Also, I find each of the designs to be quite creative, and it really reminds me of one of those 90s classic cartoons that I used to watch as a kid. Anyways, I highly suggest that the artist should have done this on a clean sheet of paper rather than using a notebook with lines going across. Also, because of that, it really takes away the quality that the drawing has. Also, the coloring looks good, but I suggest that they should use a different brand of coloring pencils. One more thing. It's best to prevent your colors from going across your outlines, since it can really interfere with the other colors as well. So far, I have another deviation that involves a very colorful looking character that was created by Inked Roses. And looking up close, it appears to be some kind of female panda with a Willy Wonka appearance. Also, I find it interesting that the artist showcased different moves of this character in their model sheet. But I would love to see more angle shots that reveal her in different sides. But overall, the character design looks very adorable, and I find that clothing design to be quite expressive. Next is a bust drawing that was created by Fire955966. As mentioned from the description, this is a random character that the artist came up with. Also, while observing this piece, I do want to say that the coloring behind this drawing looks extremely well done, and very detailed by the way. I really like the fact that she was able to mess around with the colors, even though they were limited to 3 different types, such as black, gray, and possibly white. Even though I find this picture to be well done, I do spot a few changes that the artist should make. I suggest that the artist should decrease the height of the character's neck, since it looks a bit too extended. Also, I recommend making the character's shoulder and bicep a bit more slimmer. But overall, I really like the level of detail that the artist has showcased here. For the last piece, I'll be reviewing a sketch that was drawn by Miracle Soup. Also, she originally submitted this on the same exact date that I added her drawing to my critiquing folder, but I completely forgot to feature it in one of my videos, until now of course. In the sketch, she doodled 5 characters with their Pokemon. Also, even though this is just a sketch, I do appreciate the fact that she placed a lot of time and carefulness into this piece. Also, I find it nice that she was able to draw basic shapes to help her illustrate the characters' faces and their body types. But I suggest that she should increase the opacity so that the lines can appear a bit stronger. But again, this is just a doodle. So anyways, I do want to say thank you to everyone for sticking around to the very end of this video. I'm still working on my other videos, which are currently in progress. So far, I'm editing my 10th art review video. But anyways, I do want to say thank you again for watching, and I hope many of you have a great day. Peace out.